Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show. You may have seen her in Morocco, New York City, Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the background singers for Mickey Howard and the late, great Gerald Levert. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, the beautiful, the wonderful, the spectacular, Miss Coco McMillan.
You are worthy to be praised. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show, where we make it happen. I am so excited to be with you this evening. This is the Coco McMillan Show, where we bring some amazing virtual talk show circuit information to you, featuring our national and our local recording artists, business owners, musicians, business owners that have social networks, physical and mental health awareness. This show is designed for you. We have the show to bring the guests on to give them an opportunity to discuss their career goals, their product, their challenges, new opportunity, as well as self-awareness. So if you want to be a part of the Coco McMillan Show, contact me at Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com, or you can reach me on any of the social media platforms. We are here for you. We have designed this show for you. We want you to bring your experience, your knowledge to the show, because we believe in sharing your journey, your information. I say every week, millions of souls can be blessed just by your testimony, and we want to hear it here on the Coco McMillan Show. We're streaming live on the IBM network. We're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. If you are in the presence of your home and have a Roku TV, you can go to your Roku TV, download Pod TV Live. It's free, by the way, okay? It's free. Just go to Add Channel, download Pod TV Live, and you can watch it there in the presence of your home, or go to www.podtv.tv. So there's many ways that you can watch this show. We want you to support the show. Make sure if you're watching right now, like, share the broadcast with someone. Let them know that you are about to spend the next hour with your girl, Coco McMillan. And guess what? Brooklyn is in the house. Miss Chloe Love is here with us, a native of Brooklyn, New York. So we are going to have some amazing amazing information for you today. So all my New York people in the house, go ahead and text all your friends and family. Let them know your girl is here in the house too. We are going to do a roll call. Let me know where you watching from. I see Wayne Booker. Wayne, my boy Wayne, one of the producers for the show. Thank you so much, Wayne, for watching. Jane McMillan, St. Paul's in the house. We have Kashana Johnson, New Jersey in the house. Jean Johnson, New Jersey as well in the house. So come on, please. Yeah, continue to come on. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. We can give you a shout out. We are just so excited what is happening on the show, the guests that we're bringing to the show. And this young lady that I have today is absolutely amazing. I want to give a shout out to Miss Raven Robertson. Thank you so much, Raven. She's been reaching out to me with many guests to be on the show, and I am just so grateful of the people that she's bringing to the show as well. So God is good. What? All the time. God is good. So listen, I see you out there, G. So thank you so much for watching. We are going to go ahead and get started. We're going to have a couple of announcements that we're going to make a little later in the show because we are getting ready for our Mother's Day raffle, that wheel or deal. So you have to make sure that you stay on and listen to the information for these designer bags that we are giving to you. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you stay tuned because it's going to be so amazing. Also, if you are in the Cary area, in North Carolina, Cary, North Carolina, downtown Cary, 211 Academy Street, please make sure you stop by my coffee shop and have some coffee. Yes, it is 211 North Academy Street inside the Amtrak Depot. I am there Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. So all my early birds, 6 a.m. to 10:30. Come and have some coffee, danishes. Come and chat with your girl for a little bit. So I'll be so happy to see you. And listen, if you come, the coffee is on me. So you can't miss that. Because you know, today, coffee's what, $5.99? I just had to put that plug in. So please, make sure you please come by and see me at Coffee Cafe. But listen, we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. I see you guys out there. Thank you so much for watching. Kimberly is on. Thank you for being doing so much in the background, you and Mark. But my guest today, again, thanks to Miss Raven Robertson, Brooklyn's finest, I say, Miss Chloe Love. She is a music industry trailblazer, a serial entrepreneur, brand specialist, brand strategist, and the founder of a Brooklyn-based co-working space and business incubator for women. I am just so excited to hear all about what Miss Love is doing. She is the Brooklyn native. She's a Brooklyn native. Her LLC is called Chloe Love. She is a successful consultant and coaching firm. I just can't wait to hear because she has some great information to share with us today. So I need you to go ahead and get ready. Share this broadcast. Let them know that she's here. She has a nonprofit business called Women of Voices. I'm so excited to hear about that, where it supports your guidance and resources to promote economic development and empower women. And that is what we need. So listen, before I bring her on, I don't think she knows this, but I want to play a little clip of Chloe. Check this out.
So we spoke about the 5 levels of what it takes to be a brand and why it's important for you to brand with your company as well as a person. Because when you make your backstory, the backbone of your company, you can connect with your targeted market on an emotional basis. And when you do that, you foster people who are not going to just like your photos on Instagram or TikTok or, just share your message, but you're going to foster a relationship with returning clients that are going to buy into your brand. They're emotionally vested there. So they're going to spend their money and they're going to pay at a higher brand value because that's the value that they have. So it's very important that you guys make your backstory the backbone of your company. And that's why it's also important that when you're branding yourself and you're out there in the public, you stay aligned with your brand. I can't tell you to keep it clean because maybe your brand is being a bad boy or a bad girl. You know what I mean? But you have to stay in line with what the company is, because once you deter, you can lose followers, you can lose clients, you can lose credibility. And that's the hardest thing to get back. Once you lose that brand integrity in the eyes of your clients and your customers. The next thing that we have here is like, what are some of the things that you guys would like to improve on the next 4 weeks? This is a 4-week series. You know, actually posting about what you got going on helps with that. Like putting that in your content creation calendar will force you to see it, and it will like reinforce that visual in your head and keep you present in it. So that's one of the best ways to do it. Make sure that you're posting about it. This is what I got. And you're branding yourself and you're branding your place at that time while branding burning your calendar into your head. So set that up. Hootsuite is I don't know if you guys know about Hootsuite, but it's a online, social media thing where you can set up all 30 days ahead of time of what you want to post. Yeah, that's like a great outlet for you to use to create that content calendar, which will keep you present. And sometimes you may forget, you can automate that. And it may post on you're seeing all these lights and you're like, oh shoot, that's today. That's next week. So, creating content around it is like a great way to have brand content for yourself, to promote it, and also to keep you present in it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like. Stay tuned for my next video.
Oh, Chloe, please help me welcome my guest for this evening, Miss Chloe Love.
Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah, I didn't know you were going to do that. That was shocking.
I know you did, but I love the information that you were sharing, and thank you so much for coming on the show. I know that you are extremely busy. We have a lot of fans out there tonight that's from the New York area, New Jersey area, that's watching you, and I'm just so thankful that you took the time out to be on the show. I read a little of your bio, Chloe, but can you just tell us in your own words about yourself, what you're doing, and how it's making an impact on the women today?
Okay, so I do, for clarity, I do work with men and women.
Okay, good.
For my nonprofit, I focus on women for that gap in resources and success that we've had when it came to launching sustainable businesses. But I do have a lot of male clients, so I don't want to shout out to all my male clients. But what I do in a nutshell is that I focus on individuals who have impactful brands, and I help them create 6- and 7-figure business models and execute it by impacting community, if you will. So, for example, I always use the candle company example. You can have a candle company and still be someone who is very passionate about wellness, self-care. So I would still work with the person to brand them as a leadership in wellness, and then we'll still create a plan around selling the candles. But it still comes back to a service base, whether you're a speaker, whether you give services and help other people launch candle businesses or service-based businesses, plus you have your products and services. So I work with people on creating that 6- and 7-figure framework so that they can basically live a great life by what they're passionate about, and specifically people who impact community in a positive way.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, growing up, did you grow up in New York City?
Yeah, I'm born and raised Brooklynite. Yeah.
Born and raised. So
yeah.
Just tell us about that. Was that a passion of yours, even growing up, going to school for it? Was that like a passion, something that you wanted to do for the community?
No. Growing up, I knew that it's so funny. So like Cruella DeVille is who I wanted to be growing up. That's my girl. Like, I'm like, I want to be fearless and I want to be unapologetic in who I am and bossy. And I remember
Right.
telling my mom that like Cruella DeVille was the first inspiration. I'm like, she's not evil. These puppies are going to make history in fashion, you know. So that's that. I didn't see this for myself at all. But I've always had that leadership, I guess, gene that they call it. Like you're born to help people, or you're born to
Yeah.
help move people forward. So I think when people think leadership, they think like, oh, I'm above you, but it's really I'm behind you, right? I'm behind you to push you forward. I just may have walked in front of you so I could figure out what's going on so that you don't
Right.
fall. You know what I'm saying? I make sure the
Right.
coast is clear. And then I come
Right.
through and I push you forward. We clear. Go
Push
on now. Run. Soar. So that's basically how it came. Like when I was building my own businesses, people kept asking me for help. Like, how are you doing this? And I'm like, trial and error, girl. Like, trial and error, guy. You know, I
I
figured
love
out
it.
strategies, and then I got tired of Googling stuff, so I kept going back to school and learning. But nothing beats experience. Nothing beats,
Right.
building your mindset for resilience and being able to look at what people think is failures as strategy moments where you can really
Yeah.
evolve in how to get around things. So 15 years I've been in business, started doing it for myself with the music production company. And then 3 years later, I started my first consultant firm because people kept asking me at 27, how did you open this place? How did you build these studios? How are you financing all these things? And,
Yeah.
how are you getting the brand out? And I just started documenting it. Like, how am I doing these things and
Right.
listening to people and helping them build the foundations of business for themselves. And so yeah, the people asked me to do this. Yeah, I didn't grow up and be like, yeah, this is what I want to do. The people put it in place.
I love it. Because as you said, trailblazing, setting
Mhm.
the way for others that's coming behind you. Now, when you were in the music industry, doing what are some of the things that you was doing there to
Mhm.
help people in the music industry?
So I still have my music production company. Most of the music you hear on TV, we're the licensors who probably do a lot of that, those sync licensing songs. And we're actually releasing on piano Afro
Oh,
pop song. It's called "I Got the Moves." That's set to release 6/6. So I'm still very,
yes.
very in foundation with the music industry. I still work with brands like the Jordan Emmanuel brand, who is now on Bravo, Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. So those are the main two brands in music and entertainment that I focus
Mhm.
on that aspect of the Chloe Love brand when it comes to brand development, management, and monetization in those ways. But yeah, we still do music all the time. We're signed to a few publishers, so we get a lot of things coming in. We were up for Grammy nomination, Grammy consideration. Let me say that right. Grammy Award consideration, and I think Image Award consideration too last year. So
Yes,
nomination. We're looking to be on one of them nominations.
that's
Coming up soon,
that's
I
right.
got some moves. We about to see if we really got the moves,
That's
but it's a fun record. Like the thing about it when it comes to the music industry is like we're in there. This is what we do. It's
right.
not a goal anymore. It is the life, right? My
It's the
husband
life.
is signed to the music production company. He's also my partner, and we're always going to do music. We went double platinum on Spotify. We got the plaques for
Yes.
that, and we're going to keep pushing forward the music. There are some things in development that we're working on how to build communities to teach artists like the
Mhm.
things that they don't know and why they keep getting robbed, or how to create wealth for yourself independently, how to not be that struggling, starving artist anymore. So there are some things.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And it all breaks down to the foundation of business. And that's the thing I learned. So whether there's no difference between entrepreneurs and creative talents, artists, everyone's the same. Entrepreneurs are passionate about something that they go and they try to backpack it. They try to bootstrap it. And
Right.
artists are the same way. They're passionate about what they want to offer in their artistry. It's the same thing. It's just two different names. But the foundation of business and how you monetize has to be consistent across the board, no matter what you're doing. If you're singing, if you're coaching
Right.
like me, you got to have something that you can monetize off while those other things are set in place. So same foundation.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
it's even with music, singing, it's what it's 99% business, 1% of singing. You have to have, and I try
Yeah.
to tell, upcoming artists what you have to have your business together,
Yep.
have your business mindset, because that's the way it's going to operate. If you don't have that,
Mhm.
it's you setting yourself up for failure. And someone just said in the comments, "Oh my gosh, you look so young. You're doing
Me?
a great job." Yeah. So
Oh, thank you.
so
I just turned
my
40.
question, yeah, and I know, Chloe, that's a lot of work. Some of the things that you're doing. How do you handle the work-life balance? You
Yeah.
married and all. How do you handle that?
For full transparency, I didn't handle it the best in the beginning. I was very obsessive with work, to the point where it was causing burnout. It caused a lot of medical issues for me, because I do love what I do. It's obsessive. So when I wake up, the first thing that's on my mind is strategy, and I have to repel myself. Like, no, it needs to be prayer. You need to pray. You need to meditate.
Right,
Set your foundation. Strategies can wait.
right,
So I would just get up, jump out the bed, brush my teeth. I wouldn't even eat anything and get to work.
right.
And it wasn't the best for my health. I had to undergo two surgeries last year. I had been dealing with high blood pressure and things like that. As you can see, there's a big weight difference from the videos that you sent, that you showed to today. You
Mhm,
know,
mhm.
so I had to be kind of put still last year, to be honest. God had to really put me still, like, little girl, you are doing the most, and you're
Yeah.
doing the most to yourself. So I ended up closing the co-working space last March, and
Mhm.
focusing fully 100% on coaching and building this coaching business and impacting people. My boot camp actually starts Monday. I can share the link here. You can share with
Yes,
the people.
please.
So I just fully engulfed in that. And I mean, it's the best decision I've made. Yes, I still have to train my brain when I wake up to eat breakfast before you want to.
Yes.
But it's the excitement. It's that
Yeah.
I love it. Like, you hear people talk about stuff that they do, and they're like, I just love it. I love every bit of it. I love how I can sit with someone and materialize a vision that they didn't know that they can. I just love every aspect of it. I love what it does for people. I love the strategy parts of it. I love even the challenges, So it became obsessive, but I have great people. I tell that to say this. When people talk about your network or your surroundings, they only think money, or they only think about
Right.
like what somebody can do for you in your career. My fairy godmothers, as I call my kids godmothers, um, they balance me a lot. My husband is amazing. My
Yeah.
mama, my mama is like, she's like that momager that don't, that just make sure she's managing your life and that you're good.
Yes.
So I got
Yes.
a lot of great people that show up for me, my little sister. It really takes a village with me. Like, I'm still that child that they're raising when it comes to other things. Like, did someone make sure she ate? Is she
What?
outside? Like, what, did she got a jacket on? Like, they still, because they know I'm only thinking about the business, man. I'm dreaming about some of these launches my clients got going. I can't think about no jacket. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to where I gotta go and come back on this strategy. So,
Oh
we all got
my
our
God.
and I share these things. Like, I was going to Atlanta on Tuesday. My dermatologist is in Atlanta. I'm doing the skin boot camp. So I'm going there, and I share these vulnerable moments with my people, because they got to know I'm human too. And that,
Right.
success, no matter what gifts I have, it don't look like a specific thing. It's not necessarily that I'm drinking tea with my pinky out, or any of those things, but there's so many people who are brilliant in their own right, but because they're not the stereotype of what that looks like,
Yes.
they develop imposter syndrome. And I was one of those people. So I share a lot of my flaws, man. I share a lot of it. I was like, listen, I'm at the airport. Y'all know I didn't know what airport I was coming to till like half an hour before I got here. My husband kept asking me, are you flying out from LGA and JFK? I'm like, I know I don't know where I'm flying out from. Because those are not the details that sit in my head. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm
Right.
just
Right.
thinking about
Right.
business. I'm going to get there. I know I booked a flight. Eventually, we're going to figure out when it's time to get in that car. But,
Right.
and I'm walking through the airport and I'm cracking up, and I'm telling I'm live, and I'm telling my audience, like, this is who I am. And I know things are going to work out. I don't really care about the small details, but the bigger wins. And then the other things will work itself out as we go. And that's really how I do everything. And As you can see, I made it to Atlanta. My skin is skinning. And, almost didn't make it back on that flight, but by the skin of my teeth, I made it on that flight. So yeah, there's some room for improvement. I got to do a little better when it comes to those things. But yeah,
That's good though.
have a
That's
lot of
good,
support.
Chloe,
Yeah,
being
have a lot of
transparent.
support. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. You just being who you are, and that's what
Yeah.
people love about you and want to, be around you, be your client, work and get the information from you because you are being transparent and who you are, and it's so true. Like the scheduling, the time. By the way, LaGuardia's airport is amazing. They've done an
I did a live on that too. A brand experience. I was like, look at all these amenities. I done came and forgot about my flight, almost missed it, all the stuff going on in LaGuardia, the water show, everything. I did a live on that brand experience. Yes.
I was like, that's what's up. I love it. They did a great job. You talk about, your everything that you're doing, the work-life balance, just being transparent. Some of the challenges, I mean, and I know some of the challenges could have been, some not eating the breakfast because, you the hustle mentality strategies. But what are some of the other challenges? Some people may be listening today that, want to start their business or want to work on their brand and strategy. What are some of the challenges that you faced while you were putting everything together?
One of the biggest challenges that I faced and that I still kind of do face is, and even though for my clients, I'm so like, I don't tolerate it for them, but the thing that you want to coach people in the most is the thing that you struggle with the most, right?
Yes.
So one of the biggest challenges for me, I feel like, was my pricing, when I was pricing people. And when I thought I was, okay, I raised it high enough, and then people were just paying so fast and I'm still overworked. I was like, well, maybe it's not where it needs to be. And every coach should have a coach. So I have, I'm a 7-figure coach. That's my highest ticket, is how to create 6-figure days for people. That's my high ticket offer that I work with people. So I, in turn, have an 8-figure coach for myself, right?
Yeah.
And as I was sitting with her this week, and she was like, okay, we have to change the price for your VIP day. And that's the day where I create everything for you, from your offer, your pricing. It's in person. So I have a whole experience for you where there's a photo shoot, there's content, there's so much going on.
Wow.
She's like, yeah, so we're gonna, I feel like that offer should be no less than 100K for the day. I choked when she said that. And I was like, my head, that's, because I still have that thing where, I feel bad, even though I know that the framework is that the framework I'm creating for you is that you make that back in the first rollout or more.
Right.
So even though I know that it's worth it, I still had those things where, and it goes back to when, in the beginning, when I didn't know about business credit and I didn't know how to finance things. And I'm like, but that's not who I'm speaking to. I'm not speaking to that person. I'm speaking to the person who is like, okay, I don't know, can you lead me? And I'm like, well, let me tell you about financing. And let me tell you why you should use financing all the time, even with this other stuff. Don't use your bulk cash, right? And let me tell you about how to now make money for you while it's sitting. So I know that I'm not speaking to that person and that product isn't for them, but the product that is for them may be the accelerator, So I create things that still are going to be able to get people from one point to the other. So I had to learn that you can't bring everybody from point A to point Z.
Right.
They need some people, you got to bring them from point A to like maybe G, and then from G to like maybe M. And then like that, people need the milestones, they need the steps, they need to learn the strategy, get their footing, get their foundation, make some mistakes, strengthen it before they move. Because a lot of people want to jump in and start from today. You haven't never made even your first 100K, but you want to make $1 million. And the money isn't the issue. It's what is it going to do to you if you haven't gotten your systems in place to make that million. So you got to start with like, let me start with 100K and see what works for me. What do I need to automate? Who do I need to hire? Then scale. Let me 10x my messaging. Let me add this part. Let me 2.0 some of these products or services that's doing well. And now you already know that you just got to put more support behind what the systems are. But if you ain't got no systems in place and you don't do that stuff, and you try to just, that million can kill you. It can kill you. So, I created my value ladder so that I can do different implementation to carry you to the finish line. Like you're gonna get
Oh
there,
my
you
God.
know.
I love it. I mean, I love everything you're saying. And that is so true, Chloe. When you're talking about, you say your challenge was pricing. And I know even a lot of artists are on here tonight listening when it's talking about pricing of how much they charge. You know, we're scared to say the number because, you know, people are like, I don't know about paying that. But as you said, when you have that, it's still a business. Or, you know, in my case, at the coffee shop, raising the prices because the prices are going up at the grocery store. So
Absolutely.
what do I do? Like, okay, you know,
Well,
so
you
this
know, the
is,
thing is, when you raise the price on something, raise the brand experience as well, right?
yeah,
So you got to raise your prices in a coffee shop, you raise your prices, but what else can I add in that it doesn't cost me money so that when they come in here, they're having that brand experience. Everything is about the experience you're having. So
yeah.
like one of the clients from one of the groups that I work with, they did like a 30K event, but they did it in a castle, right? So it's the experience. Like you're in this
Ooh,
castle for these days and you're learning this luxury information and this luxury. So some of those things, they unlock things in you that it's not just about what you're reading on the paper. It's other parts that's expanding your spirit, your mind, your everything is expanding for growth in a way that there's nothing in school can't teach you that, right?
right.
That's experience only that you got to go through. So when you create those spaces for people, you're expanding them, you know, their mindset, their spirit, everything past just the information that you're giving them.
I love that. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to find 100K from somewhere because I want you to be my mentor.
Well, I got you. I got some ideas for you. I got you. You ain't gonna pay the 100K price. We should be saying this all live, but you know, it's amazing because the woman that my 8-figure coach, she's like she charges $250,000 for a day, and people are paying it. Or you know, she works it out where you do it for this price, and then for the next 3 events that you do, I get a percentage of that. But I'll be there with you for those events to help
Right,
bring it in. So there's always strategies to work with people and find, you know, because it's not all about just money. It's also about you know,
right,
the value that you want to give back and the impact, right? But you position yourself so that, for one, you price so that people will respect what you're giving them and they'll show up. When your prices are too low, people will pay 10,000. There've been people who've paid 10,000 and didn't show up to, which drives me crazy with that OCD when it comes to success. Like I don't need to be stalking clients, you know what I'm saying? Like you paid me, you know, so there's
right.
like I don't want to be like the stalker boyfriend, like looking through your window, like what happened to this? I'm waiting for our success, you know. So I don't want those people because my anxiety can't handle that, you know. And I know
Right,
that there's nothing I can do about. It's nothing wrong with what I'm offering. It's the person, right?
right,
So for me, it's like you price so that people will show up and respect what you're offering. You differentiate those who are going to find that money to get you to get themselves to where they gotta go. Because the investment, even though you're paying me, is in yourself. And when you make that kind of exchange before God and the universe, you're like, I just said that I was worth it. And because I made
right.
that transaction, I just became the client that I want to attract. So
Yeah,
there's so much that goes into that psychology, into putting it out into the universe and everything. Like every time I've paid, if I pay somebody 30,000, I got it right back. If I pay somebody 50,000, I got it right back. Some of
yeah.
them I got back in the rooms that I paid to get it. Some of them I got back right in the rooms that I paid to get it. People were like, "Oh, you do? I want to work with you," and I'm like, "Oh, sign up," you know. So
Wow.
it always comes back. Everything is transactional, you know. So even when you know, even when you pay for something, it's really for the investment back into you and your value.
And your values. I want to read this. This is you. Listen, God is giving you a talent and a gift that's like
Thank you.
impeccable. Everybody don't have that, Chloe. And then, you know, you sharing this information and giving us nuggets and, you know, how to be better and then what, you know, in what we're doing and what we love. I want to read this question. It says, I would love to hear how Chloe gets past that inner
Critique.
critique. Hmm.
So let me tell you why I know that word, because I also so a lot
Look
of people
at it.
in the
Come on,
church,
Chloe.
a lot of people in the church, they are against astrology. It was banned. I am an astrologer as well as I am a believer and follower of the Most High God. I've always prayed for the knowledge of King Solomon, the wise man. And then I've come to find out he's one of the best astrologers that ever lived, right? And that's how he got a lot of his wisdom. So my Virgo placement, which my moon, your moon placement is your personality. My Virgo placement is my moon. And Virgo is the sign that will critique you to death. It's about and my midheaven, my happiest point is in Virgo. So that's very interesting because as a Sagittarius, I'm naturally a philosopher. So I used to fixate on perfection, which would slow me down. So I want everyone who's thinking about that, trying to be a perfectionist will keep you stuck.
Woo, say it.
Being good enough will never be good enough for you. It will never be good enough. Right. Everything that you know, everything that you have to offer, there are people who are under you who they're not there yet. There is value in where you're at. You don't have to take this other certification. You don't have to, there is value in where you're at. And if we can just be comfortable with that, right? If we could just know how to package that where we're at, there are people who haven't been there. It will remove that inner critique because I know a lot of stuff. How much more did I think I needed to know to teach people? Currently I had a conversation with one of my launches, one of my clients, and she did the 70K launch and I wasn't happy about it. And she expressed to me that I hurt her feelings and I made her feel like I failed her. Yeah. And I had to go back and I read the messages and I was like, well, you did good. I did say that, but I remember when I wake up, I'm back into strategy. So but this is what we need to do that you didn't do, that I asked you to do to ensure the 6-figure launch, right? Mm-hmm. This is what I focus on. I focus on 6-figure frameworks at that level. And I'm very big on people getting their money worth. So I say all of that to say this, because I show up from that place of integrity, because I know my heart, because I know the prayer that I pray for the people who work with me, the prayer that I pray over people, it removes everything else because I know I'm coming from a place of purity. I know that I'm coming from a place of authenticity. There's nothing anyone can tell me because what I always say, if I eat steak, I want you to eat steak. And I'm not giving you flank and I'm eating T-bone and house and ribeye. Right. You're going to eat a tomahawk with me. So I don't want more for me than I want for you. I want us all to be at our highest levels. And when you sit in that, when you really are about that, it will come. Strategies will come. Information will come. Your brilliance will be there. And once you tap into that and focus on what the outcome is that you want for whoever you're working with, whatever it is that you have, and you're genuine in that, it will let go of that inner critique. And one other thing I'll tell people too, anxiety, imposter syndrome, all that stuff is real, right? We ask how to get over it. And I'm actually writing a keynote on this. We don't get over it per se. It doesn't go anywhere. The more that you try to do, the more it will come back. The greater you grow, fear and anxiety will show up to tell you that you aren't supposed to go this high. Why do you keep climbing? I'm not scaring her enough. Yes. So know that, embrace it. And know that I have to be doing something great for this energy to keep coming. Because if I wasn't doing nothing, I wouldn't feel these things. If I wasn't doing nothing big, so I'm writing this thing called Hunt and Fear. Next time it show up, open the door with some popcorn and be like, I expected you. I knew you was coming. What you came to tell me? That I'm not good enough? That I'm not gonna go nowhere? You told me that last time. And I got last. You gotta hunt it. You gotta know that it's coming and wait for it and embrace it. And you will get over all those inner things. You will move through it. I'm not saying you won't feel, but you will move through it in such a faster way that you will move on and move forward.
Yes. Somebody said, preach, sister. That was good right there. Oh my God. That was good. That was for somebody. I know it was for me, somebody out there listening. Cass, I see you out there in New York in the house. But and Mark was saying too, sometimes people are busy trying to get you to live their dreams and not your own. What? Why, Chloe? Why?
Mark said a thing. He said a thing. If he ain't said a thing, he said a thing. And that's because people are sometimes trying to live vicariously through other people, the fear of what they don't have, the goal to go try for themselves, right? So they'll constantly, project it onto you, their fears, or even you'll see it a lot of the times when you're doing something, they're like, you can't do that. Like, what makes you think that, So people are constantly projecting what they want or even don't want, or what they couldn't do onto others because they want to face themselves on why they're not doing it. And because they couldn't do it, they don't want to see you do it sometimes, because it makes them have to reflect that they couldn't do it. But it's really like, what? Just ask how. Just say, hey, I see you doing this thing. I wanted to do it. I couldn't do it. Can you show me, or how can I work
That's
with you?
it.
What is it going to take for you to help move me forward? There's so much. It's just so much easier if you just ask, how can I have the opportunity to learn from you? You know?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Listen, what
With
God
God.
has for you is meant for you. That's right,
Absolutely.
Wayne. That's right.
Absolutely.
TT, I see you out there. TT McCoy, that's Jamaica Queens in the house. I got all my New
Great.
York people here
Yes.
tonight. Well, listen, something, and I know we just have a few more minutes, Cole. You have really inspired even me, and I know viewers on here tonight with just your journey, your inspiration. I see in the background there you have a picture that says success. What does success mean to you?
Oh, that's a great question, because I always talk about that. So it says success is a goal realized, right? That is it. We look at success as an outcome of something, like, oh, if I made $1 million, that's success. If I made $10 million, that's success. And if that's the goal that got realized, then yes, you are successful. But there is success within completing a thing. There's success
Mm,
within seeing a thing through, even if it doesn't go to where you wanted it to be, or you decide that it's not for you. There was success in that realization, right? So success for
yeah,
me is to complete something in its entirety so that we can figure out an outcome. If that outcome is monetarily, fine. If that outcome is healing, fine. If that outcome is self-realization, we are successful in something. So it's a
yeah.
goal that's realized. It means that you completed it. You didn't falter and you didn't give up.
My heart. Oh, I love it. I wish I could I would give you a virtual hug. Oh, that was so good. I hope you guys are inspired today. Chloe, we have your information that's running on the bottom of the screen. Your boot camp is coming up Monday.
Monday, yes.
Yeah. You want to share a little bit about that, what that entails?
Yeah. So it's my 5 pillars of business success. It's my unique strategy of what I've learned over the last 15 years that has worked. Things that has had me close a $137,000 contract in a day, paid up front. Things that has had me make
Wow.
half a million in a few months. Like, these are real strategies and things that I've used to get to this thing. And I talk to the transparency of the mistakes I made on not being consistent and getting comfortable. So I'm very raw and I'm very real on my journey, on
Yeah.
things that have propelled me and things that have stopped me that had to do with me, nothing to do with the strategy.
Mm,
Because I speak to the realization of, sometimes we're asking for a thing and we haven't shown up in a space in us. Our mindset wasn't ready.
ooh,
And when people
yeah.
talk about that, they only talk about like affirmations and manifestation. I speak perspective versus mindset, because your perspective will dictate your mindset and that will affect your strategy. So I teach mindset day one in a way that I'm sure no one has ever learned it.
Yeah.
I teach branding day two. And that's really your brand identity, getting clear on who you're talking to, what how you're going to serve these people, what's the end result for them.
Yeah.
I teach credibility on day three, and that's basically how are these people going to trust you to add to that brand value. I teach
Mm,
cash flows and business systems, the things that you need to implement to make your business successful, but also flow without, because I'm not with the burnout. After everything I do, things got to be put in place so that we're not burning out. I
right.
teach business credit, the 4 tiers of business credit, why they need to be implemented, how important they are. And last but not least, I teach cosmic capital. So cosmic capital is my combination of scriptures from the Bible that speak about the wealth of business. Specifically, I study King Solomon, who is today the wealthiest man that ever lived. So we follow that model. And I
Yeah.
implement it with astrology and human design so that you can quantum leap and align with the resources that God has given you here. And that's something that amplifies your business in a way that I can tell you, working with the mayor of my city, working with the billionaire Mayor Bloomberg's brand. That's not something you can write in a business plan.
Right,
That's
right, right, right.
that's understanding the gifts that God has given you and amplifying it. So there's all those things to quantum leap, but also, as I said, everything I teach is also to make it without burnout. So There's going to be some work. I'm not going to say it's going to be like a walk in the park, but there's a lot of once you implement it, it's just repetitive. It's just
Yeah.
being repetitive. So that's what the 5-day boot camp is about, is understanding the foundational things. Like I said to you, whether you're an artist, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a small business, the foundations of business success
Yeah.
all stem from the same 5 pillars.
Wow. That's amazing. And how can people, as I said, we have your information running here on the screen, but how can people reach you in case we missed something here?
Sure. My IG is the main thing that I'm on. It's Chloe Love, CLOELUV. I'm actually going live at 8 o'clock tonight with one of the brands that I work with. He has 2 million followers on Instagram, 1.3 million followers on Facebook. So we're going live again on Facebook
Yeah.
and Instagram tonight. He's also one of the teachers in the workshop to teach you how to create a viral brand, how to create that brand that on social media and learn the algorithms and stuff so that you can get in front of more people. So, you know,
Wow.
we're going to talk about some things with him. I'm working with him as well. And he got some more offers coming up that I'm working on with him as well. And yeah, you can you can join the live tonight too at 8.
We will be on there. Yes.
You can go to the link in my bio if you want to come to the boot camp. It's definitely going to be something that brings value. It's affordable. It's to a place where like you can put that into yourself, but you're not gonna come. You're not gonna leave the same way you came. You're definitely going to be expanded. You're going to have listen. Your brain is going to be going in a place where you're like putting things together, working things out. It's going to bring structure and the fire that you need, but also the clarity and the strategy. That I've been through so many of these like other people's programs and stuff. And that's what really pushed me forward to doing this, where it was a lot of preaching and not enough strategic, tangible things. And
Yeah.
I could preach y'all to death, but I'm also going to show you this is what you do with all that preaching that I was telling you. This, okay, this is it. I've made it easy for you. Click the link. So yeah, I'm very big on that quality, that integrity, man. Because I've been there. I was where I was at, upset in somebody's program. You
Yeah.
know, I was there sometimes. But then I had some phenomenal coaches as well that inspired me to keep going and showing up in that space, right? You can't, some people have gone through it where they're like, oh, I spent my money there. You know, don't let that deter you. You'll make that money back. That's one of those lessons we talked about. It's a goal that was realized and you wanted to invest in yourself. And, you know, the person that didn't show up for you, trust me, that money, they're not going to be able to enjoy that money the way that you think, but you're going to keep going. You're going to make that back 10 times full. Always happens.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. Guys, you heard it here on the show, Miss Chloe Love. You have been absolutely amazing. Thank you for the nuggets and everything that you have shared with us. We want, and I say each week, each one teach one, so we are so grateful that we have sisters like you that's able to help us get it together, and build strategies and branding. And definitely tonight, y'all, you guys that's on tonight, make sure you click in on her Instagram tonight at 8 o'clock to learn more information. I know I'll be on there because we need to learn this about the algorithms, Facebook, just your viewers and everything like that. I think it's more, it's such an.
Well, definitely show up to that boot camp.
Yeah.
You're going to know what you didn't even know you needed to know. That's the thing when you go into these spaces. You find out stuff you didn't even know you needed to know. I'm like, well, how was that? I didn't even know I needed to learn that. How was
Right. And that's why it's so important. So make sure you reach out to Chloe and make sure you get in that. It's not too late to be a part of the boot camp. So thank you again. Thank you, Raven Robertson, for making this happen tonight. I feel like I've been knowing you forever. You're beautiful. You're smart, talented. Thank you for your gift and sharing it with us. We appreciate you, Chloe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. God bless you, my sister. We're going to be talking soon. I'm definitely going to be connected with you, okay?
Okay.
Woo! I love it. Guys, that was absolutely some amazing information from the one and only native of Brooklyn, New York, Miss Chloe Love, just giving us that information on branding, strategy, and then she does a lot in helping our sisters and brothers be who they need to be. Having that business mindset, strategies is so needed, and I thank God for her ministry of what she's doing for the community. So please make sure you reach out to her, Chloe Love. You can reach her on Instagram. It's not too late to sign up for that boot camp. Like she said, you're gonna learn things that you didn't know that you needed to know, and that's always good. That we come out smarter than we went in. So God bless Miss Chloe today for being on the show. So listen, before we leave tonight, we have our Mother's Day. Mother's Day will a deal that's coming up again. We had it, I think 2 years ago. Was it last year? Maybe last year. Will a deal. So listen, I'm sure you can see the bags here. We have those 2 designer bags that we're going to be raffling off, which is Chanel bag, also Christian Dior. In this package, in this gift package, is going to be a purse, a throw blanket, mask, scarves, a belt, and much more. This values over $200, and we are only asking for the raffle tickets are $20. $20. So we're gonna have 2 raffles. One gift bag is Christian Dior, and the other one will be Chanel. You have until May the 1st. So make sure you inbox me, contact me, or Kimberly Thompson. We will make sure that we get this information to you. $20 for the basket. We're going to actually have the drawing on May the 2nd. So May the 1st is the deadline. May the 2nd, you see the flyer here. We will be doing the drawing here on the Coco McMillan Show. So make sure you inbox me if you want to have a chance to win one of these amazing baskets. One is Christian Dior, the other one is the Chanel, and you see there $20. Inbox me. May the 1st is the deadline. May the 2nd on the Coco McMillan Show is the drawing. Okay, so make sure you see me. Also, this Saturday, if you're not doing anything, I want you to meet me over at St. Augustine's College at the student care. We're having a student care concert at St. Augustine's College, and this concert that we're having, the money is going towards St. Augustine's College. It's only $15 to get in, and that's including you come out there, you have some food, see a great concert. Myself, I will be there. Mr. Jerry Smith, my girl, Kim Person will be there. Gerald Hinton, Reggie Love, Marcus Sammy Anderson, he was on the show. Also, Eric Lee, he was on the show here as well. And many more guests. We will be out there at St. Augustine's College on Saturday from 12 noon to 4 p.m. having this concert, the student care concert, because we do love our HBC schools, and so we want to make sure we support them. I am a Shaw grad, but I will be supporting St. Augustine's College. So if you don't have anything to do, come out to St. Augustine's College on Saturday from 12 to 4. Me, my girl, Kim Person will be there, Gerald Hitt and Jerry Smith, all you guys, Eric, all you guys. So please make sure that you come out and visit us. So I hope that you enjoyed the show tonight with my girl, Miss Chloe Love, Brooklyn, New York finest. That's what I call her. And so we're going to be back here. What time, Cass? It is from 12 to 4 on Saturday on St. Augustine's College campus from 12 to 4. So that's 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. All right. The address is 1315 Oakwood Avenue. For those that do not know, 1315 Oakwood Avenue, 12 to 4 Saturday. I want to see you there. So again, everyone, thank you for watching the show. Tonight, we will be back here same time, same place next week. We're going to leave you tonight with my girl, Terrellyn Harris, her new song that is out. Make sure you support her. As you know, that it's one of my students, 17 years old, doing some amazing work in the community. So her MP3 is out and her single is out. So make sure you check it out. So listen, as I say to you every week, trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to thy own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. I'm telling you, God is good all the time. God is good. So I want you to make sure that you continue to follow me, continue to share this broadcast with your friends and family. Like, just let them, hey, we do this every week. So make sure you tell someone to let them tell someone to tell someone. Someone says, do you need to pay at the door Saturday or do you need a ticket? I think that you can pay at the door on Saturday. You can pay at the door on Saturday. Still getting these questions in before I end the show. You can pay at the door on Saturday, $15. I want to see you there. Listen, I may even call you up on stage to sing with me. Cass. But I want you to meet me there. So God bless you, everyone, tonight. We'll see you same time, same place next week. We're going to leave you again with my girl, Terrellyn Harris. Thanks again to Miss Chloe Love. God bless you.
Gave you my heart and you tried to make it bleed, making me feel unworthy, baby, baby. Now that I know it's over, I just need to find closure. Wasn't my fault, maybe not at all, baby. Was it even worth any of my time? Gotta put me broken heart, it never feels good. Have you feeling low and misunderstood? Crying all night, crying late at night.